starts right now.
Making headlines this morning, a fifth body discovered among the rubble of that condo building collapse in Surfside, Florida. We expect an update on those recovery efforts this morning.
And here at home, a shooting overnight ends with one person dead. We have the latest details from SAPD coming up.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City, it was sunny, hot, a little bit of humidity yesterday. What can we expect for the rest of the weekend and your work week? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. Until then, good morning, 6 o'clock this Sunday. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. Did you make it outside yesterday?
Yeah, and I went back in. I think I got a little heat, not heat.
Heat exhaustion?
Heat exhaustion, but
okay.
I literally just sit on the couch for an hour afterwards.
Oh yeah, no, we sat out by the pool, worked on the tan. My 29-year-old perpetual attempt to get tan, still not working.
Do you wear sunscreen?
Of course.
Okay.
SPF 50. We're not messing around today.
Just making sure.
Max, you're tanner than me, so.
You're setting the bar pretty low here.
Oh, wow. All right. Okay. Thank you, Max. Starting the show like that. Okay, outside right now, you can see that we're seeing a little bit of sky through these clouds this morning, and rain is actually in our forecast, especially this afternoon. 77 degrees out there right now. It's fairly quiet around San Antonio, but into the afternoon, we're going to see scattered showers and storms develop. So later this afternoon, a 40% chance for rain. High temperatures, however, will be cooler than average, still warm, definitely 90 degrees for the high. East-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. But if you have outdoor plans today and want to keep up with the weather situation, I would suggest downloading our Weather Authority app. We have a radar there that you can follow along with us. So pop-up storms begin today and will continue to have spotty rain this week, especially through midweek. Not only will we have an opportunity to see rain, which some people really want some rainfall, but temperatures will actually only be in the 80s for us because of the extra cloudiness and rain chances. So we've got a lot to talk about in the forecast, and we're already seeing some activity on the radar. I'll have a look at that radar coming up in a bit. Max and Sarah?
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, police investigating what they believe to be a murder on the city's south side.
Authorities were called to the 1800 block of East South Cross around 12:30 this morning to help a victim with gunshot wounds. Alicia Barrera is live with more from police. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning. Well, it was a frightening discovery for that Good Samaritan who called this in. That person was just driving by and noticed the victim on the ground. Police say that person, the driver, was headed westbound on East South Cross Boulevard, and that's when they got out of their car to try to provide help. That person immediately noticed the victim had been shot in the head and called police for help. Officers confirmed that the victim was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say he had been shot multiple times, but couldn't comment on how long that person had been on the ground for. The investigation this morning continues. However, police say at this hour they don't have any leads on who the shooter may be. And also a big factor that is affecting the investigation is that no witnesses have come forward. So if you were in that area, again, the 18,000 block of East South Cross around 12:30 this morning, you're asked to call police. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. Fiesta goers and vendors are pleased after learning San Antonio police arrested two suspects connected to the damaging and burglarizing of vendor booths after Fiesta events last week. 17-year-old Emmanuel Alonzo and 19-year-old Emmanuel Godinez were arrested yesterday. An arrest affidavit says the suspects hit one vendor taking sports jerseys and hats. Police say they also hit two other vendors stealing wallets, purses, hunting knives, and other items. Police say they hope the suspects learn from this lesson.
I think they're going to grow from this. I think they're going to see what they did and look at it from the outside looking in, and then they'll see other people going through the same thing that they did, and they'll see that it was wrong.
Both Alonzo and Godinez have been booked on burglary charges. The third suspect has not been identified, and it's unclear what charges he could face.
And it's a story that we've been covering very closely, that condo collapse in Surfside, Florida. Now we know 5 bodies recovered, more than 150 people still missing. Let's see if we can get an update.
More heartbreaking news from Surfside, Florida, where an apartment building collapsed. Another body pulled from the wreckage.
Our top priority continues to be search and rescue and saving any lives that we can.
Crews say they also found additional human remains, but still Rescue teams remain determined to find any signs of life in the heaps of debris, smoldering for days now. Workers battling fires and heavy smoke.
It's a lot to take in. It's the magnitude of it. It's the feeling when you're there, you know. It's very quiet, but it's just surreal.
4 victims now identified, including Gladys and Antonio Lozano, 79 and 83 years old. Both of them lived on the 9th floor. The Archdiocese of Miami holding a vigil Saturday night. Meantime, in a 2018 report, an engineer warned of major structural damage to the concrete below the pool deck, also finding cracked columns in the underground parking garage. But engineers found another document with the city describing the overall concrete framing as being in good condition.
You know, there's so many things that could have contributed to the event that any one thing is going to be tough to pin down or eliminate completely from the possibilities.
And now concerns about its sister condo building nearby, built by the same people at the same time.
I can't tell people that it's a safe building. I just, given what we've seen happen here.
And back here at the scene, search and rescue teams are dealing with several challenges. It's been a slow and agonizing process. Just last night, they had to deal with yet another fire in that rubble. In Surfside, Florida, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Staying in your morning headlines, President Joe Biden seems to be walking back some earlier comments on the infrastructure bill that appear to threaten the bipartisan work. Now, just hours after announcing an agreement on the bipartisan infrastructure deal, President Biden implied he would not sign it without a larger deal on the table. White House officials had believed that Republicans knew that 2 packages would move side by side and rejected the idea that anyone was caught by surprise. But with opposition rising even from some moderate Democrats, President Biden has now issued a new statement. The president said he regretted creating the impression that he was issuing a veto threat on the bipartisan plan he agreed to. President Biden also says that was not his intent. The president's statement is the latest effort by the White House to shore up support for the newly announced bipartisan effort.
Well, former President Donald Trump has continued expressing his election grievances in his first campaign-style rally since leaving the White House. Trump spoke last night at Ohio's Lorain County Fairgrounds, not far from Cleveland. He was there to support Max Miller, a former White House aide who is challenging Republican Representative Anthony Gonzalez for his congressional seat. Gonzalez was one of the 10 GOP House members who voted to impeach Trump for his role in inciting the deadly January 6th insurrection at the Capitol building. Trump once again talked about the legitimacy of President Joe Biden's victory, but his own election officials and officials in the Republican-led states have affirmed the validity of Biden's win.
Time now, just about 6:08, 77 degrees out.
Well, still ahead, a tough night for the Texas Longhorns.
Oh, we are going to check in at Omaha, see what the latest is from the College World Series.
Let's take a look outside with live cam, 77 degrees. Sarah Spivey says we're going to have some rain today. She'll explain more. Come back.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. You said you tried to avoid the heat yesterday, avoid the sunshine?
I mean, I tried to go out, and then I was watering and gardening, and I was like, what am I doing? It's like 3 p.m. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this time of year, you got to plan your gardening in the morning and later in the evening hours. But today, Sarah, you may get some free showers.
I love those free showers.
Yeah, we are going to see scattered showers and even a few storms, especially this afternoon. But I just want to put your mind at ease right now. Severe weather is unlikely for us. Really, the kind of rain that we'll be dealing with will be pretty tropical in nature. Big fat raindrops, heavy downpours wherever there is a shower or a storm, and a few flashes of lightning possible as well. But again, severe weather is not expected. We'll keep you informed, of course. Outside right now, it's fairly quiet. It's 77 degrees and the humidity is very high. Even though temperatures are going to be a little cooler than how they have been this past week, we are still going to be very humid outside. So it's not necessarily going to be refreshingly cool outside, but it is going to be cooler. So we'll take the gains where we can get them. 73 at Bernie Stage Airfield right now, 78 Stinson, 76 in Hondo, 74 in Tarpley and 74 in Bandera. As I mentioned, that humidity is going to stay high. Dew points are in the low to mid 70s everywhere you look. It's very sticky outside, and it's going to stay that way throughout the next coming days. Already seeing a few streamer showers here on the radar. Let's go ahead and take a trip up to Comal County and even into Hays County. You can see the streamer showers north of San Marcos, west of Kyle, and through Blanco at the moment. And off to the east, further east, Seguin, you could get a quick sprinkle here in just a bit. Near Gonzales, just to the east, some light to moderate rain there as well. These are quickly moving to the north. And so streamer showers are entirely possible this morning. The scattered storms, though, will wait until the afternoon pretty much to see any flashes of lightning. Look how busy it is across the state of Texas. Some good showers for parts of West Texas and North Texas. That's actually not going to affect us. That's not going to move south into San Antonio. Our weather is going to be created by this swirl, a tropical wave around an area of low pressure. That's going to be traversing westward across South Texas and giving us the chance for rain, honestly, through Wednesday. So let's take you through the futurecast for today. As I mentioned, streamer showers are possible this morning, but into the afternoon as we get that daytime heating, that's when we'll see a few thunderstorms. So if you have any outdoor plans, it's not going to rain everywhere today. These are going to be scattered in nature. So keep this KSAT Weather Authority app handy. There's a radar on there that you can keep an eye on things. Again, look, this is 4 p.m., typically our warmest part of the day, 4 to 6 p.m., and you can see that those showers become more numerous, but still scattered, about 40%. And then as we lose the daytime heating, out goes our rain chances as well. So rain will come to an end after sunset, and it'll be a quiet evening with pretty nice temperatures. You know, looking at today's forecast highs, we're likely only going to get up to about 90 degrees around San Antonio, upper 80s across parts of the hill country, 91 for the high in New Braunfels, 91 in Pleasanton. Let's take you through today, 82 at 10. Notice how rain chances increase into the afternoon, 85 at noon, 30% chance for rain, 90 for the high, 40% chance for rain, east-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scattered showers and storms this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, and Tuesday afternoon. We'll see our rain chances taper off Wednesday through Friday before they tick back up again on Saturday. As I mentioned, rain is going to be very widely scattered in nature, but if you do get a shower, particularly east of 281, you could get a quick ½ inch to an inch of rain through Thursday. Less than a quarter, though, for areas like Del Rio, Uvalde, Eagle Pass, and further to the west. Look at these temperatures, a nice dip in high temperatures. Usually we see our first 100-degree day by the end of June. Will actually this year be only in the 80s for highs because of the extra cloudiness and the chance for rain. Again, it's going to be very humid, so not refreshingly cool outside, but still a chance for rain, lower temperatures. It's good news in my book.
I agree.
Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 616, 77 degrees out.
Texas Longhorns, Max.
All right, so close, but no cigar. We're going to explain what happened and what comes next. Good morning, welcome back. It is time to talk baseball. Big news in the baseball world just hours after a barn burner on Friday. Texas baseball back on the diamond in Omaha. Let's take a look. A berth in the College World Series final on the line against Mississippi State. The Longhorns struck out 18 times against the Bulldogs pitcher, Will Bednar, remember the name. This time around, though, the bats were rolling. Top of the second, one on Cam Williams. Wait for it. Boom, that one goes deep right. That is gone. A 2-run homer. Texas on top 2-0. Solid start to the game. Mississippi State, though, well, they wouldn't just let it go. They get a run back in the third. Texas responded here in the fifth. Mike Antico drilling a double to the gap in the right center. Doug Hodo the third scores. Very fancy. 3-1 Longhorns, but the Bulldogs come all the way back. The game tied at 3 in the bottom of the ninth, and a game-winning run on second. Tanner Leggett knocking a base hit to the left. Braylon Skinner scores, and the Longhorns come up just a game short of making it to the College World Series Championship Series. 4-3 is your final. Ooh, we're going to stick with baseball. At least we get to see a cool graphic now. Unfortunately, a bad night for the San Antonio Missions in Frisco. The Missions trailed early, tried to make a comeback, even took the lead in the 9th inning, but the Rough Riders ended up second straight walk-off win final for your San Antonio Missions, 5-4. Don't worry, though. More game tonight in Frisco. The team returns Tuesday, and they're going to be welcoming Sarah Costa's hometown team, Corpus Christi, the Hooks.
The Hooks.
All right. Here at home, congratulations to Judson softball star Kaylee Williams, a now proud member of the 2021 USA Softball U18 Junior Women's National Team. She is a Texas A&M commit, and she is only one of 18 athletes to make the roster after a 2-day selection trial process over there in Oklahoma City. Thrilled to make the Team USA and equally excited to represent Judson and, of course, our San Antonio area.
It's pretty special because I get to represent everyone that I care for and who I love and my hometown, you know. And everyone that cares for me, I'm also representing them. So I'm just pretty happy. Yeah.
16-player roster, 2 replacements. They are set to compete at the World Baseball Softball Confederation U18 World Cup in Lima, Peru, starting August 28th. So you got about 2 months, and it goes through September 5th. The Junior Pan Am Games in Colombia, November 25th through December 5th. So good luck, Kaylee. Do great, and good luck to the Missions taking on the Hooks.
Yeah, represent.
All right, 622, 77 degrees out.
Well, lots of new movies out streaming this weekend. Up next, we're taking a first look at Liam Neeson and where he's taking the wheel on the action thriller, The Ice Road.
Ooh, I think there used to be like a show on Discovery Channel about that.
Really?
We'll see. Good morning, welcome back, and happy weekend. A new movie on Netflix this weekend following a group of big rig drivers racing against time across a frozen lake.
CNN's Rick Damagella reports.
You heard about the cave-in?
Yeah.
I'm putting together a rescue mission.
We have 26 trapped miners who are running out of air.
Liam Neeson, Lawrence Fishburne, and Amber Midthunder take the wheel in the action thriller The Ice Road.
The only way up there is crossing the ice roads. That lake has been thawing for 5 weeks now.
Jonathan Hensley, the writer-director, was very, very keen to show, without CGI, what it's like to be inside one of these trucks with the horizon just being white. And we shot on Lake Winnipeg, which was frozen.
I had all the gear I needed to work in that environment, although it was a little more extreme in Winnipeg. We were cautioned that we couldn't be exposed for very long. For example, we could only be exposed for like 3 or 4 minutes at a time.
I just remember constantly saying to myself, like, people live here, because it seems like experiencing that level of cold is something that you just cannot fabricate. You can't imagine it. You can't act it. It just is something that you experience. And now I've had that experience, and I'm very glad to have had it. And I'm very glad to not be that cold right now.
Wearing a sweater while watching in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. 627.
Teetering on the ice on that one.
Well done. 77 degrees out.
Well, still ahead, efforts continue to sift through that condo collapse disaster in Surfside, Florida. We'll get you the latest on what investigators have found so far.
And a pregnant woman and 3 children escaping a terrifying house fire overnight. We have the details in on the live report. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday, 6:30 this morning. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. Now, yesterday we had some sunshine,
yes,
a lot of heat, humidity, made it out to the pool. Today, though, a very different story.
Look at you looking tan.
I'm trying. Speaking of which, Sarah Spivey.
There is no tan here, so.
Well, Sarah, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Either way.
Well, we are seeing some rain already on the radar. Now, these are streamer showers, and it's really the Austin metro area that's getting most of the streamer showers right now. But you can see near Lockhart, some light to moderate rainfall there, near Wimberley also. And then in our viewing area, we've got A shower moving through Gonzales County, approaching I-10 here. No lightning with these, but as we head into the afternoon hours, we will see some storms on the radar, but we're not expecting severe weather today. Just a few streamer showers this morning, with those storm chances increasing in the afternoon. Outside right now, it's 77 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, southeast winds at about 10 miles per hour, and high humidity. So today, we're only going to make it up to 90 degrees for the high temperature because of all the extra cloudiness and the chances for rain increasing in the afternoon. 40% chance for scattered showers and storms. Again, severe weather is unlikely, but you could get a heavy downpour. East winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then we'll turn off the tap temporarily this evening. However, once again tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll have a chance for rain. That'll do wonders for our temperatures. I'll tell you about that coming up in a bit. Sarah, Max.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, a family trying to figure out what comes next after a scary overnight fire. A pregnant woman having to break a window to escape from the flames. And this morning, arson units now investigating all of this happening on the city's south side.
Firefighters were called out to the 3900 block of South Pine Street, not far from East South Cross, around 12:30 this morning. Our Alicia Barrera is live from downtown with more on this house fire. Alicia, did that woman make it out okay?
Well, you can imagine she had some cuts to her arm. She was taken to the hospital, but only as precaution. She is expected to be okay. And thankfully, the other victims in the house, they made it out alive as well. According to firefighters on the scene, they tell us 5 people lived in this home, 2 adults and 3 children, and this is what's left of the place they called home. The fire, we know, started towards the back of the home near the kitchen and the back room. The flames quickly spread and took over the rest of the home. Again, this all happening after midnight. The investigation is ongoing, but as of this hour, we know it's a total loss, unfortunately. Damages are estimated to be at about $60,000. This morning, the Red Cross is assisting the family. And although the family, again, the family of 5, they did make it out alive, obviously shaken up, but they are mourning the loss of one of their dogs. Their second dog, at last check, was being revived at the scene, so it's unclear on how that dog is doing this morning. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. New this morning, we're being told that a Fort Hood soldier who was reported missing last week could now be in the San Antonio area, and officials are asking for your help trying to find him. All of this according to the Fort Hood Directorate of Emergency Services. Officials say they need the public's help in locating specialist Abram Salas Jr. after he failed to report to work back on June 23rd. Officials said the initial investigation shows that he left for unknown reasons on his own accord. And anyone with any information on Salas's whereabouts is urged to contact the Fort Hood Military Police. That number on your screen, 254-288-1170. In your morning headlines, at least 5 people dead, 156 people still unaccounted for. All of this since Thursday morning's condo collapse in Surfside, Florida.
Despite heavy rain and fires smoldering in the rubble, aggressive search and rescue efforts continue. CNN's Isabel Rosales reports.
Our teams have been working around the clock, as always, to search for survivors. They have not stopped.
Search teams discovering another body in the rubble from Thursday's partial collapse of a condo building in Surfside, Florida.
As well, our search has revealed some human remains.
Officials relying on DNA testing to identify the victims. According to the Miami-Dade mayor, family members of the unaccounted have all provided DNA samples.
Although we're burdened with such despair, we're burdened with heavy hearts at the moment, we're lifted up by a lot of the faith of the miracles that God can create.
Loved ones holding on to hope as crews make progress in containing a fire in the rubble that has drastically affected search and rescue efforts.
Currently, we're searching the entire debris field.
We are going to do a very deep dive into why this building fell down.
A report on the building from 2018 included concerns about structural damage. A consultant said failure to replace the waterproofing in the near future will cause the extent of the concrete deterioration to expand exponentially. Morabito Consultants, who issued the report, says that they are deeply troubled by this building collapse and that they are working closely with the investigating authorities to understand why the structure failed. In Surfside, Florida, Isabel Rosales.
Well, Johnson & Johnson has agreed to pay $230 million to settle an opioid lawsuit from the state of New York. The money J&J has to cough up will go toward prevention and treatment of opioid addiction. Johnson & Johnson also won't be allowed to make or sell opioids in New York. A company spokesperson says it decided last year to stop selling pain medications in the U.S. In 2019, New York's Attorney General filed a lawsuit claiming Johnson & Johnson, along with other pharmaceutical companies, engaged in deceptive marketing and did not do enough to prevent opioids from falling into the wrong hands. J&J has been hit hard by opioid-related lawsuits, including a $572 million verdict in Oklahoma and an ongoing case in California.
More than 50 civil rights, voter rights, and racial justice organizations rallying in our nation's capital, all in support of D.C. statehood and other legal causes. Now, this was the scene yesterday. Organizers say the rally was to promote fair access to the ballot boxes. It's coming on the same week that Republicans used the filibuster to block a massive voting rights bill, and just days after a Senate hearing on D.C. statehood.
After being placed on pause for more than 15 months, the cruise industry saw its first big ship sail out of a U.S. port this weekend. The Celebrity Edge left from Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale last night. Cruise passengers are now enjoying a 7-night voyage with stops in Mexico and in the Bahamas. The ship is sailing at 40% capacity to allow for social distancing. Cruises out of Galveston are also expected to start up again soon.
Well, across the country and across Texas, we can still feel that economic impact of the pandemic. While some job sectors are returning to those pre-pandemic levels, we still see a lot of main industries looking for people to get back to work. Remember, Texas opted out of a further federal unemployment compensation that's effective starting this weekend. That is why this morning on Leading SA at 8 a.m., we are joined by the Workforce Solutions Alamo CEO, Adrian Lopez. We're set to talk about what the opt-out means for Texas workers, what local industries are seeing when it comes to employment numbers, and what comes next. If you have any questions you would like to ask, you can submit them right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com.
Well, CPS Energy is warning its customers of an active scam in which a caller demands payment or threatens to shut off utility service. CPS says if you receive one of these scam calls, there are a few steps you should take. First, hang up. Then record the phone number the person is telling you to call back on, and finally report the phone numbers to CPS customer service. We have the phone numbers listed at KSAT.com. If you fall victim of this scam or another, CPS urges you to call local law enforcement.
Time now, just about 6:39, 76 degrees out.
Still ahead on GMSA, Broadway is open again in New York. Thanks to the boss, we'll tell you about opening night featuring Bruce Springsteen.
And next, Tesla issuing a recall on nearly 300,000 vehicles. We'll explain why.
In your morning consumer headlines, Tesla is issuing a recall for more than 285,000 vehicles made in China over a potential problem in the cruise control feature. So according to Chinese government agency, the Tesla's cruise control system could be activated by mistake, resulting in accidental acceleration. The recall applies to about 250,000 Model 3 and Model Y vehicles made at the Tesla factory in Shanghai, but it also includes about 35,000 Tesla Model 3 vehicles that were imported. Fortunately, all of the vehicles can be fixed with a free software upgrade that can be done remotely or at a dealership.
All right, what's old is new again with a twist at Apple. Yes, the phone company. Or, computer company. As the pandemic eases, the company's retail chief tells Reuters that it will ramp up retail operations. Apple says some of the changes that it made during the slowdowns of the pandemic will actually be permanent in its stores. Now, that includes things like the express counters, helping customers quickly pick up their orders.
Ferrari making a new push into electric cars. The company is unveiling a new plug-in hybrid sports car. The new 296 GTB will top $300,000. Nothing.
Yeah.
It will go 15 miles before the battery taps out, and the gas engine will then take over.
All right, guys, I know you both want big electric vehicles, so when are you getting your Ferraris?
Oh, no. I'll stick with watching Ferrari on F1.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out.
I've been really into F1 lately.
I've noticed, Sarah.
There's a race today, and I just have to not look at my phone or look at social media, or else it'll ruin it. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and talk about something I actually know a lot about, and that's weather instead of F1. Okay, outside right now it is 77 degrees, mostly cloudy. Today we're going to have a chance for scattered showers and storms, and we are already seeing a bit of rain on the radar this morning. Now, most of it is outside of San Antonio, but up near the Austin area, near Kyle and Lockhart, some streamer showers pushing from south to north. In Gonzales County as well, and near Seguin, we're seeing a few showers too. Here's where one of those showers are moving across I-10 between Luling and Flatonia. And as I mentioned, out near Seguin, you can see that there's some light rain pushing toward I-10 as well in Guadalupe County. Around San Antonio, though, it's fairly quiet. You might run into some sprinkles if you have some early Sunday morning plans this morning, and some of those streamer showers, as I mentioned. But things are fairly quiet this morning. We'll wait until the afternoon to see scattered storms develop. That's when storms are more likely. It's 77 degrees outside right now, 73 in Eagle Pass, 73 in Uvalde, 70 in Rock Springs, but 80 degrees this morning in Del Rio, 76 in New Braunfels. You know, yesterday was a great day for some summery activities outdoors. We didn't have any rain. We had a ton of sunshine. It was toasty. So if you found a body of water to cool off at, like the rivers and lakes, that was a good choice. Today, though, with those showers and storms increasing in the afternoon, you might be dodging a few showers if you have any outdoor plans. Just keep the Weather Authority app handy. It has a radar on it. But we are very, very sticky. Dew points are in the 70s. That is oppressively humid, tapping into that Gulf of Mexico moisture. And even though temperatures are going to be cooler than they have been the last couple of days, it's still going to be very humid, so it's not necessarily going to be comfortable outside, just not quite as hot. Looking at the satellite radar across the state of Texas, it sure looks like a bunch of rain is coming our way, right? But actually, this is going to stay to the west and to the north. Our source of rainfall is this tropical wave over the Gulf of Mexico, and you can see showers blossoming all around it. As this pushes off to the west today, we're going to see our chances for rain increase in the afternoon. This is a look at 3 p.m. today. Scattered showers and storms. It's not going to rain everywhere, but there is a chance for scattered rain today. No severe weather is possible. Severe weather is unlikely, but if you do get a quick storm, you could see some lightning, gusty winds, and some heavy downpours. This is a look at 5 p.m. today, and you can see that low attempting to make it into South Texas. Then with the loss of the daytime heating, we're going to see our rain chances die down this evening, so it should be fairly quiet this evening after sunset. But once again, as that low moves across South Texas and Mexico, tomorrow afternoon, scattered showers and storms. Tuesday afternoon, scattered showers and storms, and that low will eventually move its way out of here by Wednesday. So 40% chance today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. Some things to note with the rain, they'll be scattered in nature. Not everybody is going to see rain, but if you do, you could get a quick inch of rainfall. And severe storms are unlikely with this tropical rainfall. Instead, just big fat raindrops possible, and gusty winds and lightning as well. Another good thing with the chance for rain is our temperatures are going to be down. You know, we usually see a high temperature in the low 90s this time of year. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, our highs will struggle to get out of the 80s. Today at 10, only a 20% chance for rain. At noon, 30%, and in the afternoon, 40%. 90 for the high temperature, east-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And just to reiterate, scattered showers and storms today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. More isolated in nature Wednesday, and especially on Thursday and Friday, but our highs are going to be lower than average in the upper 80s. By the way, 4th of July weekend next weekend, we could see some rain as well. So not ideal because it's 4th of July,
Fireworks,
but
yeah.
we'll keep an eye on things for you as we get a clearer view of next weekend. Perfect.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Sarah.
This is what you wanted. You wanted some rain to cool down.
Just love, like Sarah described, fat raindrops.
There you go. All right, 6:48, 76 degrees out.
Well, up next, 20 years after the first Fast and the Furious flick debuted, F9 roars into theaters this weekend. We'll get a behind-the-scenes look from the cast.
Taking a live look out at TransGuide. Calm and quiet out there right now. We had a busy night on the roads. If anything does pop up in the next couple hours, we'll keep you posted.
Taking a look outside with live cam, 76 degrees as the sun comes up, 6:49 this morning. Sarah Spivey will wrap up another weather when we come back.
Opening night, post-pandemic, everyone's going to be pumped for the boss, and I think that the energy that he brings is going to be truly amazing. It's a great thing for New York.
Well, the boss is back. Springsteen on Broadway helped to reopen the Great White Way last night in New York, in one of the first productions to play on Broadway since the pandemic shut everything down. Bruce Springsteen revived his solo show Saturday. Audience members had to be fully vaccinated to attend the show. Springsteen is scheduled to perform 30 shows through early September. The show's return mirrors with the Springsteen song Land of Hope and Dreams for Broadway theaters, which are looking for a huge comeback in the fall of 2021.
All right, now to movies. Fun fact, the original Fast and Furious debuted 20 years ago.
Oh my gosh. So after being delayed by the pandemic, the latest movie in the Fast saga is finally in theaters. CNN's Rick Damigella reports.
The world has a way of changing.
After being delayed more than a year by the pandemic, F9, the Fast saga, rides into theaters.
There are moments that separate us. Come back together.
It not only feels good to get it in front of audiences, it feels good to see something called an audience. It's been a year and we didn't realize that everything could be taken away from us. Even something as simple or something we took for granted, which was being able to see movies with the community, with a group, with an audience.
Listen, you never know how much you miss something until it's almost taken away from you. And I'm just happy to be a part of a franchise that is making moviegoers around the world come back to the theater, man. It feels so great to be a part of that.
So how do y'all want to play this?
Fast.
We're going. Oh.
F9 brings back familiar faces and introduces new ones.
Well, Han's older. You know, his priorities and his purpose in life is different now.
We introduced a very new, important role. Jacob, John Cena, he's our brother, and so that's a huge surprise. And it was also really cool because that then enabled me to go further back into our backstory and learn so much about the Toretto family.
Brother against brother. This should be interesting.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Thoughts? 6:54, 76 degrees out. We're gonna take a look at roadways. Speaking of Fast and Furious, not too much Fast and Furious going on right now, but if anything pops up, we'll keep you posted.
On the city's south side overnight, a driver makes a shocking discovery. He found a man gunned down in the middle of the street overnight. Police say the driver was headed westbound on the 1,800 block of East South Cross Boulevard, and that's when they spotted someone on the ground. They got out of the car and tried to provide help and, of course, called 911. Police say the victim had been shot multiple times, including in the head, but couldn't comment on how long that person had been on the ground for. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say at this hour the investigation is ongoing, but they don't have any leads on who that shooter can be. And as of this hour, no witnesses have come forward. Reporting Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Hey, good morning. Coming up on GMA, the death toll rises as rescue teams dig through the rubble of that collapsed condo in Florida. What documents released overnight are revealing about previous inspections of that building. Plus, in Ohio, President Trump holds his first campaign-style rally since leaving the White House. What he said about a local Republican congressman who voted to impeach him. And finally, soaring temperatures in the Pacific Northwest. Millions of people under heat alerts with all-time record highs possible today. Rob is right there on the ground in Portland with the very latest. It's all coming up on GMA. We'll see you soon.
While they deal with that record heat up in the Pacific Northwest, we are going to see a decrease in temperatures because of scattered rain. We're already seeing some showers out generally east of 281 this morning. As we head into the afternoon, though, our rain chances are going to increase around San Antonio. 40% chance this afternoon for scattered showers and storms. No severe weather is expected, but we could have some heavy downpours at times. Scattered rain tomorrow, Tuesday as well. High temperatures are only going to be in the 80s this week, guys.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. We're going to take an hour-long break for Good Morning America, but don't worry. We'll be back here at 8 o'clock. We have so much to talk about. We have leading SA. Alicia's going to do a special story with the Girls and Boys Club of San Antonio. And, of course,
the radar. I'll have a look at the radar. See you at 8.
See you at 8.
Rob, while they're dealing with the heat across the Pacific Northwest, we're actually going to have opposite weather. Showers and storms possible today, especially in the afternoon. Already seeing some streamer showers in parts of Guadalupe County and moving through the Austin metro area. Today in San Antonio, our rain chances are going to increase in the afternoon, 40%, so scattered at best this afternoon. We're not expecting severe weather, though, so that's some good news. A high temperature of only near 90 degrees around San Antonio. Good Sunday morning. I'm meteorologist Sarah Spivey. We do have some streamer showers out there early this morning, right along 281 in Comal County, and then further off to the east, right near Seguin, a few splash and dash showers in Gonzales County. Elsewhere, we're seeing some of these showers work their way up to the Austin metro area. We've got a low pressure system or a tropical wave that's going to be allowing for us to see scattered showers and storms this afternoon. On the futurecast, you can see that with the heat of the day into the afternoon, about a 40% chance for scattered showers and storms. We're not expecting severe weather today, and with the loss of daytime heating, our rain chances will temporarily come to an end. We'll see similar rain chances tomorrow and Tuesday. Looking ahead to the rest of the day, 30% at noon, 90 degrees in the afternoon only for the high, 40% chance for scattered showers and storms. If you have outdoor plans, keep that KSAT Weather Authority app handy. Chance for scattered showers and storms today, especially in the afternoon. No severe weather expected, and we'll be keeping an eye on things. A high temperature of only 90 degrees. Scattered rain remains in the forecast tomorrow and Tuesday, too.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
The latest this morning on GMSA, a man shot and killed on the city's south side. We have the latest on the investigation.
Plus, we are talking to the CEO of Workforce Solutions, Alamo, to hear the latest involving unemployment benefits in Texas, what numbers are looking like, and what comes next. That's in our Leading SA segment.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. Can't see too much sun out there. What is the rest of the day? What does the work week look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But until then, good morning. It is Sunday, June 27th. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. Taking a live look out there. Not too pretty yesterday. Gorgeous, though.
Gorgeous, but hot.
Hot.
Yeah.
A little hot. Got some sunshine.
And, we were talking about this earlier, Sarah, the overcast. One thing it's good for, photos.
Oh, that's true.
For the gram.
Pictures, you get that diffuse light whenever you have cloudy skies. Now, one thing I want to mention is that we're already seeing some showers here on the radar, mainly in Gonzales County, even out toward Lavaca County, just to the south of Hallettsville. But around Bexar County, we do have some showers at the moment. And near Seguin, you can see a quick light rain shower working its way across I-10 near Seguin. And then near Schertz and Cibolo area, you can see one of those light to moderate rain showers quickly pushing off to the north. These are streamer showers that are going to be with us this morning. So the chance for rain this morning is only about 20%. You can see some rain there over Bronig Lake and near Elmendorf. So chances are, if you have an early Sunday morning and if you're heading out, you might need to use those windshield wipers once or twice. But later on today, the chance for rain really does start to increase. Let's take a look outside. We've got mostly cloudy skies, so the sun is shining through some of those clouds. 79 degrees. It already feels like it's 82, so we do have a bit of a heat index value. And today, those rain chances will be increasing, especially in the afternoon. 30% at noon. 5 p.m. in the afternoon, 40% chance for scattered showers and storms. We're not expecting severe weather today, but the increase in cloud cover is going to keep those temperatures down a bit. Our high today is only going to be near 90, and it gets even cooler in the coming days with the continuation of rain chances. So coming up in the forecast, we'll take a quick check of the radar again, talk about the chance for spotty rain this week, and temperatures only in the 80s. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. And your top stories this morning: San Antonio police looking for clues, trying to solve an overnight murder. Officers tell us someone was driving on East-South Cross near New Braunfels Avenue around 12:30 this morning when that driver spotted a man on the ground. They say the driver pulled over, noticed the man in his 30s had been shot several times, including a gunshot to his head. Now, that victim pronounced dead on the scene. Police tell us they have no leads at the moment, but they are working to figure out what exactly happened and who is responsible.
Also on the south side, a man was sent to the hospital after he was caught in the middle of a crossfire. Officers say a little after midnight, a group of men were hanging out in a parking lot off of I-35 in Gladstone. They told police 2 cars driving on the access road started shooting at each other. That's when one of the men was struck in the leg by a stray bullet. He was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Police say the only description they have is that there's 2 dark-colored vehicles involved in that shooting, and the investigation continues.
And this morning, South Pine and Pamela Drive, you'll see a home is destroyed, and we now know a pregnant woman in the hospital. All of this in the aftermath of an overnight fire. San Antonio fire crews say around 12:30 this morning, the blaze started in the back of this home, quickly spread throughout the building. There were 5 people inside at the time, 2 adults, 3 children. Fire officials say a pregnant woman at home at the time had to break a window to escape the flames, taken to the hospital with just minor cuts on her arm from breaking that window. The other people inside made it out safely. Unfortunately, one of the family's dogs died in the flames, another slowly recovering. Now the home, a complete loss, damages now estimated at about $60,000. Arson units called out to the scene to figure out how this all started. As for the family, the Red Cross has stepped in to help them out.
And 2 women were taken to the hospital following a stabbing around 1:15 this morning. Officers tell us it happened at the Culture Hair Studio on North Main Avenue. They say a woman got into a fight with 2 other women and stabbed them, one in the neck and the other in the arm. They were both taken to BAMC in stable condition. The suspect was detained for questioning, and charges are still pending.
Well, across the country and across Texas, we can still feel that economic impact of the pandemic. While some job markets, they're returning to those pre-pandemic levels, we still see main industries, especially locally, looking for people to work. Remember, Texas opted out of further federal unemployment compensation, and that's effective this weekend.
Joining us in today's Leading SA segment is the CEO of Workforce Solutions Alamo, Adrian Lopez. Good morning, Mr. Lopez. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So just to start, we're going to start broad. From your perspective, what is the state of our local job market?
Yeah, things continue to improve. We're moving in the right direction. If we took a note back from April and March of last year, we were about 14% unemployment. Today, we're at about 5%, 5.5% unemployment. Not exactly pre-pandemic levels, but we're moving in the right direction.
So what industries have rebounded since the start of the pandemic, and also what industries are still struggling?
Yeah, so what we saw last year over the course of the last 13, 14 months was about 332,000 people that lost their jobs. The good news is about half of them, or about 50% of them, have actually come back to work. This is a process. It's not a, switch that you turn on and you turn off. So there are industries that are starting to see some light. If we take, for example, the hardest hit industries like food and accommodation services, about 50% of those folks actually have come back to work. We're still not, where we need to be, and we do understand that, employers are still struggling, and that's why we're working hand in hand with them. But we're starting to see some really good indicators of people coming back to work.
Oh, here in Texas, those enhanced federal unemployment benefits, we opted out. So what impact do you foresee that happening on our unemployment rate?
Yeah, I think one of the things that if we look at today's market and we look at the civilian force, we actually grew by about 60,000 people from last year's numbers to this year's numbers. So that's a good indicator because in other parts of the country, you see that actually the civilian labor force is actually being reduced. So that's a really good indicator for this particular region. Now, what's going to happen in relation to unemployment benefits ending for some of the folks? And these are largely folks that were self-employed and, had sort of, probably weren't eligible for regular unemployment, right? Those folks are probably going to be much more engaged in the next couple of weeks because their federal benefits that were extended to them ended as of yesterday.
And so what comes next in terms of getting people back to work?
Yeah, so we would encourage people to actually work alongside with us. Just over the course of the last few months, we've had about 60 job fairs working with employers. Just last month, we probably had about somewhere around 15 to 18 or so. So people can get engaged through our website at workforcesolutionsAlamo.org or calling our hotline at 210-224-4357. So if they're looking for a job, there's certainly jobs out there and there's certainly employers willing to hire.
All right, Mr. Lopez, real quick question before we let you go. What is your outlook for the next few months, for the next year in terms of our unemployment?
Yeah, I think that we're going to continue to see some improvements. Certainly people are making decisions about what their next job, position is going to be. So some people that were working, for example, in food and accommodations have actually started to work in healthcare and manufacturing and others. We have a really, really great outlook here in San Antonio in this particular region because many of our great leaders in the political world were actually still securing some major employers to come to this region. So we're going to continue to see some really great improvements.
All right, Mr. Lopez, thank you so much for joining us this morning. If anyone missed any of this, we're going to have the interview in its entirety. Just head to KSAT.com. Thank you. All right, happening today, a car wash for the kids' sake. The youth of Big Brothers, Big Sisters of South Texas working hard this summer, washing cars to help raise funds.
They have a big goal of fundraising $150,000 for the organization that helps youth reach their fullest potential through mentorship.
That's right. Alicia Barrera joining us live outside Big Brothers, Big Sisters of South Texas with more on the campaign and how people can help out. Hi, Alicia.
Hey, good morning. Well, keep in mind that this car wash or the car washes that will happen in the month of July are for charity, and all the proceeds go back to benefit Big Brothers, Big Sisters of South Texas. And that way these youth can dream big and reach their fullest potential. The goal, listen to this, is to raise $150,000. And so far during the month of June, they've worked hard to raise a little more than $63,000. That's about equal to 63 cars. Yes, 63. Each car wash ticket requires a minimum of $100, which can be made up from a Facebook fundraiser, a bake sale at work, or asking family and friends to participate. So here's how you can help. You can join as an individual or with a team. Let's go through the team option. The first step is to create a fundraising page. I'll share the link in just a bit, so grab a pen. Next up to 4 people can join your team. Each one of you will have to raise at least $100. Then you'll want to sign up to volunteer at the next car wash event in July. So all the details for this fundraiser that we just went through are listed at bbbssouthtexas.rallybound.org. And in the next half hour, Max Sarah will be back with more on what dates you can sign up for. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. 8:10, 78 degrees out.
Well, zombie deer, oh no, they've been found in Texas. Still ahead on GMSA, what wildlife officials plan to do with the infected animals in our state.
And an amazing story. So excited to tell you about. An act of kindness goes so far. This phenomenal tip from a customer left at a New Hampshire restaurant. What the owner plans to now do with the money.
And a scam alert for CPS Energy customers. What you should do if you get one of these phony phone calls. That's next on GMSA.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. Big question for you. Have you received any phony phone calls lately?
Well, CPS Energy says some people have, and now it's warning everyone else about it. The company says scammers are calling customers demanding payment or threatening to shut off utility service. CPS says if you have received one of these scam calls, there are a few steps you should take.
That's right. First, hang up. Next, record the phone number the person is telling you to call back. Finally, report that phone number to CPS customer service. If you have any questions, we have the list of phone numbers right now at KSAT.com. And if you somehow fall victim to this scam or another one, you are urged to call local law enforcement.
Sarah Spivey, yesterday was a melty one. Today, though, you're saying we have a good chance of showers later on.
Showers and storms are possible, scattered in nature, so not everybody is going to see rain, but there is a chance for rain today and tomorrow and the next day. So we've got a lot to talk about in the forecast. Not as melty, though.
What'd you call it, queso yesterday?
Felt like queso out there.
Felt like queso out there.
Melty queso weather. All right, queso, let's go ahead and talk about... That's pretty good. All right, it is 70, about 9 degrees outside right now. You can see that the sun is shining through those clouds, and we're going to have a day where temperatures are quite a bit different than yesterday. You know, yesterday we got up into the mid-90s. Today we might just only hover around 90 degrees for the high temperatures, so cooler, still warm, and definitely muggy. The humidity is not going anywhere, even though temperatures are going to go down as far as high temperatures go in the next couple of days. It's still not going to feel very comfortable outside, all right? We've still got high humidity. 80 at Stinson, 73 at Bernie Stage Airfield this morning, 74 in Bandera, 74 in Kerrville, and 77 in Canyon Lake. Yeah, when you have a dew point in the low to mid 70s, even if the temperature is only 80 degrees outside, it's still going to feel icky and sticky out there, and that's going to be the case. Now, we're already seeing some rain on the radar. Right now, they're just streamer showers. They're quickly moving to the north, and they're fairly light near Lavernia, just to the east of Lavernia and Wilson County, just to the west of Bronig Lake right now, pushing along 37 and moving to the north. So the downtown area should get a quick, very quick splash and dash shower up along I-35 past Live Oak, so the Cibolo area up to New Braunfels, and even out I-10 towards Seguin, a streamer shower there as well. Chance for rain this morning is only 20%, but in the afternoon it goes up to 40. Hallettsville, you're about to get a moderate rain shower now in Lavaca County and in northern Gonzales County. A wider view here, and this area of rain for West Texas and the Midland Odessa area, this is producing some flooding in some areas. We're not going to see rain from this system. Instead, we're going to see rain from a wave, a tropical wave, in the Gulf of Mexico right now, an upper level wave. This low pressure system is going to push to the west over the next couple of days and bring us a chance for showers and storms, scattered in nature and especially in the afternoons. So let's take a look at the futurecast for the day today. As we get into the heat of the day after lunch, you can see how a few more storms are going to blossom around the area. We are not concerned about severe weather. Severe weather is very unlikely today and the next couple of days. However, we could see lightning with these, could see some gusty winds and some brief heavy downpours, a quick half to an inch of rain where it rains. And it will not rain everywhere today. So if you have outdoor plans and want to continue to enjoy some time outdoors, just keep that radar handy on the Weather Authority app, and that should be your best friend over the next couple of days. With the loss of daytime heating, our rain chances will go down in the late evening hours today. A high temperature only near 90 degrees. So 30% at noon when it'll be 85, 90 for the high temperature, 40% chance for scattered showers, east-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scattered showers and storms tomorrow and Tuesday before we see our rain chances taper off a little bit. I think they could tick back up again, though, by 4th of July weekend, so stay tuned for that forecast as well. So how much rain are we talking? Well, east of 281, in some places we could get half an inch to an inch of rain by Thursday, so a 5-day total of rainfall. However, the further west you go, the less chance for significant rainfall, maybe only a quarter of an inch or less over the next couple of days. Temperatures, though, are going to be pretty comfortable, at least nice outside, with highs only in the upper 80s. By the way, we usually see our first triple-digit day toward the end of June. That's not going to happen right now with our highs only in the upper 80s. So a welcome change for many, and I hope that you get some rain in your backyard.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 8:20, 78 degrees out. Sarah Spivey, what do we got coming up?
Sarah Costa.
Sarah Costa. Sorry.
Well,
show me Sarah.
Show us your booth. That's what we have coming up on GMSA. We're getting a Fiesta flashback on the history of custom boots during Fiesta with one of the makers himself. Plus, oh no, zombie deer, they are now in Texas. After the break, details on the deadly disease and what wildlife officials are doing to make sure it doesn't spread.
And let's take a look at those lotto numbers. Pick 3, 001, Fireball 1, Daily 4, 8, 440, Fireball 2.
Cash 5, 4, 7, 14, 33, 34, Texas Lotto 6, 8, 18, 47, 50, 51. And Powerball 8, 31, 39, 43, 60, Powerball 17, Power Play 3. All right, over the past couple of years, it's been crazy. A lot of things thrown at us, like the murder hornets, the awakening of billions of chichadas, and those weird monoliths that kept popping up around the world.
That's right. Oh, also the pandemic.
Yeah.
So one more thing to add to that weird list. Yes, zombie deer. You heard that correct. And they're here in Texas. So there you go. We have zombie deer. Deer at 6 breeding sites in the state have recently tested positive for zombie deer disease or chronic wasting disease. This actually prompted an emergency order from Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. Officials announced that they will secure the zombie deer at the 6 facilities, enhance CWD testing, and they will not release any CWD zombie deer to help reduce the spread. Now, wildlife officials say zombie deer disease is a slow and progressive deadly disease that can be found in deer, moose, elk, and other of those types of animals. Cervids? Sure, we'll go with that. Or members of the deer family. Fortunately, no evidence to suggest that it can be passed to humans. So there you go. Scary stuff, but a note of optimism. You can't get zombie deer.
I hope the deers out there stay safe.
There you go. Okay. I got nothing for that. 825, 78 degrees out.
During the first few weeks of the summer, youth from Big Brothers Big Sisters have been hard at work washing cars. But let me tell you, they need more work. Just ahead here on GMSA, how you can help.
Plus, we have the latest on the search and rescue efforts at that deadly condo collapse in South Florida. Details on what investigators now know. Good morning and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
And I'm Sarah Koster. Thank you so much for waking up with us on this Sunday Fun Day, June 27th. Sarah Spivey, so this week, the first week as we enter the first week of July, it's going to be a cooler one with some perhaps rain scattered throughout.
Yeah, we're even seeing some rain right now on the radar. There are streamer showers that are moving from south to north across the San Antonio metro area. So we'll go ahead and put a pause on this and zoom into some of these areas. First, let's take a look in Bexar County. All right, we have got a moderate rain shower quickly moving north inside Loop 410 right now from 37 into 410. So the Highland Park area, you should get a quick splash and dash shower as it moves to the north toward your area. And then around downtown San Antonio and just to the north of downtown San Antonio near Monte Vista, a moderate rain shower right now just to the west of the Alamo Heights area and the Alamo Heights High School. Meanwhile, down in Wilson County, we've got a moderate rain shower moving just to the east of Lavernia up to New Berlin. So keep that in mind, New Berlin. And in Guadalupe County, right near Zorn and Geronimo, as well as in Seguin, just some very light rain going on. Again, these are very light rain showers, no flashes of lightning yet, but we are expecting some storms in the afternoon. No severe weather though. So today, 30% chance at noon, 40% for scattered showers and storms in the afternoon. A high temperature today of only 90 degrees because of all the cloudiness and rain chances. But as Sarah mentioned, rain chances continue in the week ahead. So I've got a lot to talk about in the forecast in just a few minutes. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, new this morning, San Antonio police are investigating an overnight shooting on the city's south side. Officers tell us around 11:45 last night, a 39-year-old man was shot in the leg in front of a home on Shannon Drive. That's near Southwest Military. He was taken to BAMC in stable condition. Police found shell casings in the middle of the road, but say the victim was being uncooperative with the investigation.
San Antonio police and Crime Stoppers asking for your help trying to solve a case that happened back on June 14th. So take a look at your screen. Police tell us that the man seen here drove by a parked vehicle around 5 p.m. in the 600 block of Creighton Avenue. At that point, he yelled at the man inside for having his door open. That's when police say the suspect pulled out a weapon and started shooting at the victim. Police say the suspect was alone at the time, and if you have any information that can help police in this case, you are asked to call the number 210-224-STOP. You could be eligible of a reward of up to $5,000.
Well, Fiesta goers and vendors are pleased after learning 2 suspects connected to the damaging and burglarizing of vendor booths after Fiesta events last week have been arrested. 17-year-old Emmanuel Alonso and 19-year-old Emmanuel Godinez were arrested yesterday. An arrest affidavit says the suspects hit one vendor taking sports jerseys and hats. Police say they also hit 2 other vendors stealing wallets, purses, hunting knives, and other items. People say they hope the suspects learn from this lesson.
I think they're going to grow from this. I think they're going to see what they did and look at it from the outside looking in, and then they'll see other people going through the same thing that they did, and they'll see that it was wrong.
Both Alonso and Godinez have been booked on burglary charges. The third suspect has not been identified, and it is unclear what charges he could face.
Officials with Fort Hood asking for the public's help trying to find a missing soldier. We're told a Fort Hood soldier who was reported missing last week may now be in the San Antonio area. So this notice comes from the Fort Hood Directorate of Emergency Services. Officials say they need the public's help in locating specialist Abram Salas Jr. after he failed to report to work back on June 23rd. Officials say the initial investigation shows that he left for unknown reasons on his own accord, and anyone with any information on Salas's whereabouts urged to call the Fort Hood Military Police. That number on your screen, 254-288-1170.
Well, south of Fort Worth, a U.S. Air Force Academy cadet was one of 2 people killed in a small plane crash this week. Lieutenant General Richard Clark, superintendent of the U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, said on Twitter that 20-year-old Nick Duran, a junior, died in the crash Thursday while home in Texas on leave. The Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office said Duran died of blunt force injuries. The Federal Aviation Administration said the wreckage of the single-engine plane with 2 people on board was found Thursday after it had been declared missing. The other person on board also died. The cause has not yet been determined. Now to that heartbreaking news from Southside Florida. The death toll climbing to 5 in that disaster and that building collapse.
That's right. ABC's Victor Oquendo has the latest details on the investigation as rescue workers race against the clock to find 156 people still unaccounted for.
Overnight, a new fire breaking out in the rubble as search and rescue teams desperately look for survivors. This as safety concerns grow for other apartment buildings nearby, some residents voluntarily evacuating. The death toll here in Surfside now at 5.
Our search and rescue teams found another body in the rubble. And as well, our search has revealed some human remains. The process of identifying these victims is very difficult.
This claw, carefully removing huge slabs of concrete, stopped, pausing the already slow process of clearing debris.
The type of collapse that we had is one of the most difficult, so it's constant challenges that we're coming across.
New details emerging about the plans for the mandatory 40-year recertification. The city of Surfside releasing documents from 2018 stating the Champlain Tower South hired Morabito consultants for the process, and the remediation probable construction cost was $9.1 million. One inspection report filed with the city in 2018 claims that the entrance drive and pool deck of the building had failed waterproofing, which was causing major structural damage to the concrete structural slab below these areas. However, engineers also filed another document with the city describing the overall concrete framing as being in good condition. Experts say both the cost and type of repairs recommended are consistent with what you would expect for a building of this age and size.
Could almost carbon copy this to any concrete frame building in South Florida that's doing a repair program. Every type of building that's constructed this way is going to have the exact same repairs. The orders of magnitude on the repairs that the engineer has recommended are somewhat large.
That was Victor Oquendo reporting. We also learned that a Houston man is among the people still unaccounted for over there in Florida. We're learning this from our sister station, KPRC, and we're told family members of Manny LaFont telling KPRC they haven't heard from him since the tower's collapse in Surfside back on Thursday. LaFont grew up in Houston, studied at Texas A&M University and the University of Houston.
Well, get your car squeaky clean and help raise some green. The youth of Big Brothers and Big Sisters South Texas chapter need your help to meet their goal.
That's right. So over the past several weekends, the children of BBBS had dedicating their afternoons to wash cars, all in an effort to help the organization continue their mission of one-on-one mentoring.
Alicia Beretta is live outside Big Brothers and Big Sisters of South Texas with more on how to help these kids meet their goal. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning. Well, no car washes today. That's happening in the next couple of weeks, but it gives you time to get prepared. The big goal is to raise $150,000. That's a big goal. So far, these kids have been pretty busy. They've been able to raise $63,000. So we talked about it. That equals about 63 cars. So they need more help, and that's where you come in. They need you. Each car wash is worth $100, and that might seem like a steep price tag, but it's all for charity. Each $100 helps Big Brothers, Big Sisters continue their mission of providing one-to-one mentorships for youth here in San Antonio. Here's how you can join the cause. You can start a team for up to 4 people. Each person has to raise at least $100. So ask your friends to help, maybe do a bake sale. Then the next step is to sign up to volunteer for the next car wash. So that brings us to our next point. Here are the dates for the next car washes. Youth will also be selling food, and all proceeds benefit the organization. The next one is happening on July 10th. That's going to be happening at Gunn Chevrolet in Selma. Again, July 10th. Saturday, July 24th, North Park Lexus here in San Antonio will host their car wash. And finally, on Saturday, August 28th, World Car Kia South will be stepping up to support Big Brother, Big Sister. And this is all, again, to benefit the children so they can have these mentorships. And that way they can dream big and have someone who can help guide them to reach their fullest potential. So if you want to learn more about this, or you're interested in signing up maybe with your work team for one of these fundraisers, then you can head over to bbbssouthtexas.rallybound.org. That's exactly where you can start that fundraising page. And again, just showcase the work that you're doing for the community. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. Time now, 8:39, 79 degrees out.
After the break, a man gives a generous tip to a New Hampshire waitstaff. Will tell you the amount that he left for workers.
Left him in shock.
In shock.
All right, taking a live look out at the Alamo City, 79 degrees right now. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a bit. What the rest of the day, what the work week could look like. We'll see after the break.
The Miami condo collapse, the missing, the search, what we know now. Plus, he's a political lightning rod, and he's here, exclusive. Will Biden's infrastructure deal get done? And Minnesota's AG. What happens now? Sunday on ABC's This Week.
Well, it was an ordinary Saturday afternoon in New Hampshire when a hungry customer walked into the Stumble In Bar and Grill.
Some would say he stumbled in.
There you go.
And we like that fun here. All right, so roughly 2 hot dogs, some chips, a Coke, a beer, and a shot of tequila later. He paid his $37 tab and left, but not before leaving a very generous tip. Wait for it. $16,000 tip to be exact. The restaurant owner said the server couldn't believe her eyes. The server said the anonymous customer told her, "I want you to have it. You work hard," and then he left. Now, the owner says the tip will be shared amongst all of the employees.
It's a great meal.
Oh, yeah.
You can't go wrong. Hot dogs, chips, cold beer, Coke.
Shot of tequila.
Shot of tequila.
There you go. Well, anyway,
worth $16,000.
There you go. Helping the community one person at a time. All right, 8:44, 79 degrees out. Sarah Spivey.
Yeah.
Rain?
We do have some rain on the radar now, but in the afternoon, I think we'll have scattered storms around the area. So keep that KSAT Weather Authority app handy because it won't rain all day long. Let's go ahead and take a look at the radar right now. Closer view on some of these coastal communities. Out near Victoria, we're seeing some showers. The shower in Lavaca County kind of fell apart over Hallettsville. No lightning with these yet, but as we get into the heat of the day, we'll probably see a few lightning strikes today near Victoria, Port Lavaca, and Etna. All right, back closer to San Antonio now. Just some streamer showers around the metro area. We've got one streamer shower just north of Lavernia pushing into Guadalupe County. Another shower just to the west there of New Braunfels. And close to downtown San Antonio, we're getting some light to moderate rain. In fact, I'll go ahead and put a pause on on this and we can zoom into some of these neighborhoods. Highland Park area, you're about to get a quick area of rain that's moving to the north and to the west toward downtown. So near Mission San Juan, Highland Park into Brackenridge High School area and over towards Southtown. These are very isolated. Again, we've really only got 2 showers here near the San Antonio metro area. So rain will remain isolated this morning, but as we head into the afternoon, we'll see a few flashes of lightning, some heavy downpours, and rain will become scattered in nature. Outside right now, it is very muggy. It's 79 degrees, 81 in Pleasanton, 79 in New Braunfels, 75 in Uvalde, and 79 in Del Rio. So the cloud cover, the chance for rain today, it is going to keep temperatures down quite a bit. You know, yesterday we were in the mid-90s. Today we'll be close to 90 degrees. And even though we'll be a little cooler, it's not going to be comfortable outside. We're still going to have very high humidity with dew points in the low to mid 70s. And a wider view of the big picture here, flash flooding is possible for this section of Texas here, West Texas and to points north. But that's actually not going to make it to us. Our chance for rain is from this tropical wave in the Gulf of Mexico right now. That's going to be moving to the west across South Texas over the next couple of days. So let me take you through the futurecast. Look at how this afternoon we see a little bit more coverage with the storms, about 40% chance for heavier showers and a few storms. We're not necessarily concerned about severe weather today because of the tropical nature of these showers. Think about if you've ever been to the beach and have seen some rain off in the distance. That's very much like what the rain today, tomorrow, and Tuesday is going to be like as this low continues to move to the west. During the day, we'll have pop-up showers and storms, and in the evening, we'll put a brief pause on the rain before the next day we see more rain in the afternoons. 40% today, tomorrow, and Tuesday, starting to taper off Wednesday into Thursday. And just to reiterate a couple of points about the rain this week, it'll be widely scattered in nature. Not everybody is going to see rain every day, but those that do could get a quick inch, half inch to an inch of rainfall, and severe storms are unlikely, but of course we'll keep tabs on things. It's more likely just some healthy downpours at times. It's also going to reduce the high temperatures. Highs will only be in the 80s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Still sticky outside and humid, but we won't have to deal with triple-digit feel-like temperatures. Around noon today, 85 degrees, 30% chance, and in the afternoon, 40% chance for scattered showers and storms. 90 for the high, east-southeast winds at 5 to 10. Scattered rain returns tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, more isolated on Wednesday. Look at those highs, temperatures in the 80s. Our usual high temperature this time of year is the low to mid 90s, so this is looking good. A lot cooler than average.
Fantastic. All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 848, 79 degrees out.
Smartphones and other electronics keep getting more and more expensive. Tomorrow on GMSA, we'll tell you how much you can save by purchasing refurbished electronics instead and how you can score a good deal.
This Fiesta Flashback is powered by your local San Antonio area Chevy dealers.
On parade day, the queen and her court wear amazing dresses, but their outfits aren't complete unless they can flash some fancy footwear. For many, that's a custom pair of boots made by Jose Angel Castillo of ANC Boots. His customers know him as Joe.
The queens, they get a folder, their designs, so they can have enough time so we can make the boots. So they bring in the picture and keep it undercover that way nobody knows what we're making until the day they reveal.
Bringing an idea to life through artwork, stitching, and leather is challenging. It's a rare skill Joe inherited from his father Angel, who opened ANC Boots with a partner in the 1970s. For Joe, all it took was helping around the shop one summer in high school.
Sweeping up, take care of customers, telephone. Never thought about going back to school. I forgot about school. So
now, with over 20 years of experience, Joe runs ANC Boots with his fiancée Cindy. His father still helps out, and over the past decade, more and more Fiesta royalty have been walking through their doors.
We've made boots for the king and the queens and the duchesses and the whole court.
Most of the time, I would say 9 times out of 10, it's I guide them, I help them, and tell them about colors and how do you do the contrast and stuff, and how we can get part of the dress to go with the boot. That way they won't. That way they'll be able to use the boot in the future.
I wear them all the time. I get so many compliments. I switch back and forth with my black pair. I love them to death, and I know they'll last me forever.
Turnaround time can be 3 to 4 months, and with one pair of boots taking 72 to 120 man-hours, they can be pricey.
Sometimes I don't like to scare the customer, but it's not about the price. It's about the quality and what you're going to get. When I put the boot together, I already made it in my mind. I already could see it. It looks cool, so I get excited. You know what? I think I get a little bit more excited sometimes than the customer.
You'll probably see Joe's work if you yell, "Show me your shoes" at your next parade. But his customers know he won't be yelling.
Well, I mentioned to them that I'm going to be certified, and when I tell them I'm going to whistle, they're going to know who I am, because I can't yell. As you can know, this is as loud as I get. Hey, Joe, you know, like they wave at me, and yeah, it's fun. It's awesome. We have a fun time.
In the news you need to know before you go, San Antonio police say someone was driving on East-South Cross near New Braunfels Avenue around midnight. That's when they spotted someone on the ground. Now, they say the driver pulled over, noticed the man in his 30s had been shot multiple times. Now, that victim pronounced dead on the scene. Police say right now they are still looking into the circumstance, trying to figure out what exactly happened and who was responsible.
A shower is moving through downtown San Antonio right now, producing some moderate rain. No lightning, though, yet with these. As we head into the afternoon, however, scattered showers and storms are going to be possible. 40% chance for rain, high of only 90 degrees. We are not expecting severe weather today, but showers and storms will continue tomorrow, Tuesday, before tapering off on Wednesday. Our highs will only be in the 80s. No pollen count in yet, but as soon as we get that in, I will update KSAT.com and social media page.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm going to be taking vacation for the next 2 weeks. Going to New York to visit some friends. Woo! So, woo! But I'll be back in about the next 2 weekends.
All right. Have a great rest of your day, San Antonio.